60% of the time, it works every time.
All right. What's up, everybody? It's the Thegoal60 here for week 11. Once again, joined by Michael, and we're going to go over our favorite plays for the week. So, Michael, with that said, I appreciate you being on, and I'll let you go ahead and get started.
Yes, sir. All right, man. I'm going to start off tonight in the SEC. I am a team who is, I guess, getting their second wind, I feel like. And that's going to be Tennessee versus Kentucky. Tennessee -1. I know it's at Kentucky, but I think Tennessee's going to show up and get the W here.
I got you. That's not a bad play. I am heavy on my plays in the Big Ten. But my first play, I'm going to start in the ACC, and I'm going to go in the Notre Dame and Duke game. I just think that this game is going to be a lower scoring game, and I like the under 51.5. I think that Duke tries to control the clock, keep it close, and I think that Notre Dame is struggling a little bit on offense right now. So I'm going to take Duke under 51.5.
I got you. And later on, I'll get to it, but I have a teaser. I went a different route in that game. Moving on with the straight-up plays, I am looking at another team in the SEC, and that is South Carolina. To me, the spread's low. Appalachian State is good, but South Carolina -5, I like it.
I got you. Well, I'm going to jump right in the Big Ten. Like I said, I'm playing all 6 of the Big Ten games. And the first one I'm going to start out with, all 5 of the Big Ten games. The first one I'm going to start out with is Illinois and Michigan State. Right now, Illinois has done well for them in the last couple of weeks. They're 1 win away from being bowl eligible, and I think they come out and play harder. That line right now is at 14.5. I'm going to take the 2 touchdowns. I think they keep it close, if not get a win on the road.
I got you, and I have that game, being pretty close. I don't see it being, 15. So later on, that's another teaser play that I'll mention later. Moving on, I have one more in the SEC straight up, and I don't know why this is so low. I guess I'm missing something here, but Arkansas -1.5 at home versus Western Kentucky. I know Arkansas has been struggling, but an SEC team against Western Kentucky -1.5, I'm going to take Arkansas.
I got you. I'm going to continue my Big Ten here, and I'm going with Purdue and Northwestern. Right now, Northwestern is a 2.5-point favorite, and it's a team that can't score. I think this team, that Purdue, just simply put up more points than them. I look for them to get an outright win, but I'm still going to take the +2.5. And I'm not going to take the money line, at least not right now. If it gets up a little bit higher than that, I get a little bit more value on the money line, I might take that later on the week. But Purdue +2.5.
I like that as well. All right, moving on here. Another team, let's see, moving to USC here. USC +1.5 versus Arizona State. USC played well against Oregon last week. I think they get the win here against Arizona State.
I got you. Well, I'm headed to Wisconsin, looking at Iowa and Wisconsin. This is a good game. This is a sneaky good game because 2 teams that are quite, really similar as far as how they're built. Now, the big thing that stood out to me here was in big, Power 5 games, Wisconsin has been rushing the ball for around 150 yards a game of those. Iowa in those games have only given up 75 in the game. We've seen against Ohio State, unfortunately I was on the wrong side of it, but we've seen against Ohio State that if you shut down that run game that Wisconsin has, you can get in the head of that quarterback. And 9.5 points is a lot of points. I'm taking Iowa +9.5.
Yeah, I'm all over that with you. I didn't have that in my play, but I'm going to write that one down. I might make a play on that one this weekend. All right, another team, the team that upset Oklahoma here, and they're playing Texas this week. I believe it's at Texas, but Kansas State +7. I like it. I think they could win outright here too.
I think they got a good shot at it, and I agreed with you there. The only thing that kept me away from that game was just I was thinking maybe it's one of those times that Kansas State comes out and they get brought back down to earth. I honestly just didn't have the warm and fuzzy feeling about it, but when I projected it, I did have Kansas State keeping that game close. I just stayed away from it as far as the other. I'm going to head towards Maryland and Ohio State, and this is one thing and one thing only. I know Maryland's not a good team. They're on the road. Ohio State is really good. They're probably in the top couple teams in the country, honestly. But 43 points is a lot of points, and I don't know. I'm going to take 6 touchdowns here and see if I can't keep it within that. I'm taking Maryland plus 43 points.
I'm right there with you, and I got to play later on that as well. I'll get to. I think Maryland. The only thing, Maryland they let me down last week. I ain't gonna lie. I played Maryland, and they just got stomped. It was embarrassing. But I'll get to that later. Moving on, and I'm kind of moving quick here. I'm sorry because I just got a lot of plays this week. I'm trying to get it in Darwin, and Cap. Is a team that is playing well this year, and that's Baylor. -2 versus TCU. I'm taking Baylor.
I got you. I projected that right on top of that line. I think I had it -2, and so I just skipped that game. But my last pick of the week is a game that, if LSU wasn't playing in Tuscaloosa this week and if President Trump wasn't showing up in the middle of the state of Alabama, would probably be on game day, and that is Penn State and Minnesota. I think this is going to be a really good game, and it's supposed to be really, really cold in Minnesota this week with a lot of wind. I'm looking at taking them at home plus a touchdown. They're getting 7 points right now. I don't know if they have enough to get this win. I do know that they have a really good offense. It's just going up against that Penn State defense is really good. I think this is going to be a close game. I see this game being something, 24-20, 21-17, something like that, staying within the number. I like getting a touchdown there at home.
I'm right there with you, man. I think Minnesota's played well this year, and I think they can hang with Penn State. It's 3 or 4 point game all day, in my opinion. Yeah. Minnesota might slip up on them.
Yeah.
I might just put Minnesota in a parlay play just to see what I can get out of them.
Well, they're going to come ready to play. They've got a lot to prove.
Especially since their coach said they should be, recognized for game day, and now it's going to be there since the spotlight's on. I got 2 more straight up, and then I'll get to my teaser. Is Georgia Tech. I took them a plus points a while back. That didn't do it to me. This is straight from the gut here, and that's Georgia Tech plus 15.5 against Virginia.
Yeah.
Also here I have Washington -10, teased down to bought down to -9.5 versus Oregon State. I've been high on Oregon State this year, but I think Washington is getting in their groove and they're trying to make a late push. So I think they cover the 10 there. All right, and so I have teaser options here to close out. So I got quite a bit I think I got 8 games here that you can throw in there, any combination you want. First one here is FSU. They just lost their coach. I think they got to win this game. They're plus 2.5 right now. Tease them up, you can get them to 9.5. Notre Dame, a game that you talked about. Notre Dame, like I said, they're struggling. Duke could show up. It could be a close game. If you get 7 points, tease Notre Dame down to -1. This is a 7-point teaser. All right, so we got Kansas State plus 7. I mentioned them earlier against Texas. They did beat Oklahoma. Depends on which Kansas State team shows up. I tease them from plus 7 up to plus 14.
Yep.
UAB. Let's see. I forgot to jot down who UAB was playing, but they're plus 4.5 against Southern Miss. That's who they're playing. Yep. Southern Miss. I like UAB teased up from 4.5 to 11.5. Okay. Alabama versus LSU. I think it's going to be tight. Honestly, I think we get cover 6. I do, especially if Tua plays. I think our DBs come to play. I think our defense steps up to the plate, and I think we dominate them on all levels. Yep. So -6 I would take, but if you want to ride it, you can tease it down to +1.
Yeah.
So
What a
if
huge game.
for those out there that don't agree with me, you can tease LSU. If you think it's going to be close, tease LSU to +13. I think that's,
I can tell you this, that in the town that obviously that we went to school in, and from what I've heard, we are for getting ready, preparing for close to 200,000 people in town on Saturday. So it's gonna be a little crazy, even in the quad.
That's kind of why I was going to go to the game, but I said no, I don't need to go up there. This was just going to be too hectic. I want to watch the game. You can see it better from the TV.
That's right.
And plus, you got to travel and everything. So,
That's true.
I got 3 plays left, and I was trying to look up who Michigan State was playing. I forgot who they were playing in there.
Playing Illinois.
Okay, yeah, you talked about that one. Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so Michigan State -15. You talked about that one. I'm gonna tease Michigan State down to -8. I think they win by 10. Vanderbilt could show up. Their coach is beating on his chest. He's on steroids. He probably fed the team some. Plus 26.5. I think if you tease them up, get them up over 30, I think that's doable. Versus Florida. Maryland, like you said, plus 42.5 against Ohio State. There's just so much time in the game. You think with Maryland would go back and watch film and try to do better than last week. I know they got exposed. But I look for them. If you tease them up, you can get them at 49.5. I think that's a good teaser option.
Yep.
That's all I got, Clayton.
That's all it's got.
I do like your plays against Iowa plus 9.5 and Minnesota plus 7 as well.
I think that I think this week's gonna be a good week for us. I need to bounce back. I didn't do so well last week, but we're gonna do fine, and it's gonna be a heck of a week for football. I think it's time to see what we can get and start seeing some of this November football, man. This is when championships are won. This is when the Heisman Trophy is won. This is when the snow starts falling up north and they start playing those 7-3 games. I love it. This is my favorite time of year, and I appreciate you being on the video. Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, man, I enjoy it.
Absolutely, and I appreciate everybody that took the time to watch it. Hope you have a good weekend. Good luck, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.